What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My co-host said that we can't call it a super preview, that it's just a preview. So we're gonna dive into this one and get you guys some bets and some plays for this card. How you doing today, brother?
Can't lie to you. It's a coffee day, not a beer day. That might tell you all you need to know, but we're here, we're pushing through, and this got me right here, locking in for our just a preview show, not a super preview today.
I understand they were all in 300. 300 was really good. 299 was really great. So I understand 301 not being up to par, but this just isn't it.
Nope. I think it's a little bit of the UFC giving the Brazilian fans some payback for how they treated Glover and Brandon Moreno last time they were in Rio for a pay-per-view. I mean, they lived up to their name as a bunch of dirty animals.
You could have even, let me see. Let's look at 299 here. You could have, put, Gilbert Burns and JDM on this card.
Coleman. Or maybe not with Aldo.
Yeah, you could have, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jonathan Almeida, Curtis Blades could have been on this card. RDA Gamrock. There was Brazilian guys on 299 that could have made this 301 card really good. Michel Pereira. There was guys on 299.
Dude, do you think
Oliveira could have maybe co-main this one? Diego Lopes could have fought. The last 299 300 have been a lot of Brazilians, and now it's this for 301.
Mm-hmm. They used them all up, but
at least put Figgy on there.
Facts. Dude, do you think any of these fights would make it on UFC 300 if it weren't for a belt or anything like that?
So, taking away the Pantoja-Usyk fight because it's a title fight.
Even if you just take the belt away from that, is that better than any fight that was on 300?
No, not even close. I mean, maybe a girl fight, but even then that was a banger. I don't think that the matchups in general could have been on 300, but some of these guys could have been on 300.
Yeah.
Jose Aldo, if he gets a little bigger name, better opponent, he possibly could have got on 301.
Oh, yeah.
300.
300.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I don't really see who else.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be some good fights, I'm sure. There always is. And sometimes these are the cards where there's no big names, but all the fights just end up being insanely good. And there's some good betting. There's a lot of really steep odds in this one, so that's at least exciting. See, Anthony Estrada. Hey, UFC 301, no hate, but do y'all think people will order this one or just watch boxing this weekend? I mean...
Bro, so this is a genuine conversation that I was having the other day. Obviously, I'm biased UFC, but his comment just reminded me. Someone asked me legit questions bro, I think the last couple months minus 300, boxing's kind of overtaking UFC.
I can't agree to that. I mean, besides Haney Garcia, nothing overtakes the UFC for me. And with boxing, you get one big fight. With the UFC, you get 6 hours of really good fights, and then usually 1 or 2 really big ones as well. So, I mean, the main events.
I personally, if I had to answer your question, if I had to spend my money this weekend, I would probably spend it on Canelo, but I don't think. No, fuck that. I'd watch the UFC.
Yeah, because you only get 30 minutes of your money's worth on a boxing card, but you're going to get a good show on the UFC no matter what. They always
the first fight of the night in UFC, someone can get kicked in the head and it can be the greatest knockout we've ever seen.
Prelims are not going to deliver hype like that.
Yeah.
I've got to say Canelo kind of fumbled by not fighting Benavidez. It might be better for his career, but that would be a lot bigger fight than the one Canelo has right now.
Yeah, I've heard it's Charlo next for all those boxing fans. I don't know for sure, but I've heard that also that it was Charlo.
That would be tough.
You think Ryan Garcia was you think Ryan Garcia was dirty?
Oh, yeah, dude. We haven't even talked about that. Yeah, he looked too good, bro. I think I said it right before the fight. He had no chance of winning, hasn't been training, missed weight. He looked so good in there. Doesn't Doesn't shock me. When I saw that, I was not one bit surprised. You think he was?
I don't know. I don't ever know what to believe with that guy. I don't ever like. I literally don't. I literally think he could have like taken drugs just cause to like win the fight and not care about the consequences. Just like he missed weight and didn't care about the consequences. Like I literally think like I don't know. So like if you like I don't know what to think. Yes, I could think he's done it. Like I see he didn't do it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
I
a
don't
chance he
understand though. Like I don't know how that all works. But I don't know if is there a testing before the fight?
has to be. But why would they let the fight go on still?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess you're not gonna just cancel it the day of and throw away all that money, but it's tough. Garcia's a crazy motherfucker, but props to him, dude.
Which is also like let's talk about that. Actually, that's a good point you brought up. So let's say for whatever reason, like in how we see all the time, like fights fall through day of, day before. If that happens in boxing, you're just cooked. But like 98% of the time in UFC, you can find a way to still sell the card to make it work because there's always more than one fight people want to watch on the main card.
Yeah. Like even on UFC 299, if my favorite fighter, Sugar Sean, pulled out the day of the card, I would still have been excited for that card. Obviously, I would have been hurt, but there's at least 5 fights on most cards you're excited for. And there's usually a couple more guys on the prelims that you have your eye on that someone else doesn't. And you say he's going to be a guy.
Who would you say the biggest name in boxing is right now?
I mean, freaking Ryan Garcia, just because he's definitely, I've seen him more on my feed than anyone else. I think the best boxer is Terrence Crawford. He's not the biggest name, but I think he's the best pound for pound right now. Canelo, always hard to.
Yeah, you think the biggest name in UFC is bigger than the biggest name in boxing?
If it's McGregor, then yeah. I'd say
I'd probably go Canelo too. You're right, Canelo. They just have such. I feel like they just have like more like specific like fan bases. Like Canelo's like a big like Mexican boxer, has the whole Mexican like country like all that on his back. But like, bro, we've seen it with Yair when we were there. Like they come out for the UFC too.
Oh yeah, big combat sports fans.
Yeah,
Mexican fans are just goated in general. Soccer, not basketball yet, but one day they'll have someone in the league.
Yeah, one day one of us will make it.
I guess Juan Toscano Anderson, right?
Yeah, Juan Toscano.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get into this main card here. Take it away. Give us our first fight of the night on the main card.
First fight of the night, we've got a big underdog in Paul Craig, a veteran of the game. He's beat Jamal Hill. He actually broke his arm. And he's taking on a prospect that's 31 years old, Kyle Barallo. Barallo's on a good win streak right now, and I get why he's a big favorite, but it's hard for me to just not sprinkle a little on Paul Craig by sub here for plus 800. Guy can submit anyone in the world.
Yeah, this line, it intrigues me and also scares me. Everything about this line and like everything tells you to take Paul Craig, but there's something about it that's like they're not just going to give you free money. Obviously, it never is, but like I don't know. I have a bet that I'm going to talk about in the end. But yeah, this line scares me. At first glance, you want to be all over Paul Craig, but there's a reason why. Obviously, they're not idiots. I get Kyle's win streak, 15-1. I don't know what his best win would be. Maybe Michael Olegas, whatever that dude's name is. I know who it is, but I can't say his name.
Yeah.
I mean, but you look at Paul Craig, dude. Like he's been in some big fights, had some bad losses, but you look at the level of competition that he's fought as well, and he's still 17-7.
Yep, still here, getting on a main card of a pay-per-view.
Yeah, but don't take him by submission, bro. Just take him to win. If you don't want him to win by knockout, then you get cooked.
Yeah, if you like freaking, I'd be so sick if you out grappled him and then TKO'd him. It's happened to me before.
Yeah, exactly.
It's happened to me before. But I think Barallo is better everywhere except for probably submission grappling. I think even positional grappling on the ground, Kyle has the advantage. But don't let Paul Craig pull guard on you. It's gonna
Exactly.
be dangerous, bro. That Jamal Hill armbar was one of maybe the craziest armbar in the UFC when Jamal was still trying to punch with his broken arm.
Yeah.
Crazy. I hope Paul Craig gets a win. I would love to see the Brazilian crowd just get shut down. Besides Jose
They're,
Aldo,
they're not gonna sweep the main card, bro. There's no way.
no, I
There's
don't
no
think
way.
so.
There's no way. Yeah. Our
It can't
next fight,
happen.
we got Michel Pereira versus Ior Poderia. Michel Pereira coming off his big win at 299. I'm all over Pereira here. Knockout artist, 11 wins by knockout. Poderia, his last 2 losses are by knockout. Last
Hello.
3 losses by knockout. So I'm kind of all over Pereira knockout here on this one.
Dude, one thing that pisses me off about Pereira, though, I love watching him fight. He's one of the most entertaining fighters on the roster. But since March of last year, he has had 5 canceled bouts. Or I guess 4 canceled bouts because one of them was a guy that pulled out on this card. Dude, if Pereira had gotten that Stephen Thompson fight, he could be in such a different spot right now. Because I think he's on a 7-fight win streak. He's been getting the job done. But he missed an opportunity versus Sean Brady, missed one versus Wonderboy. Either one of those wins would have propelled him into that next tier in that division. And it's open right now. But I'm all over Pereira by knockout here as well, especially in front of the home crowd. I think he's gonna try backflips, cartwheels, some crazy spinning stuff out there as well. Might be a fight of the night contender.
It's definitely one that gets the crowd going for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Third fight, we got Anthony Smith versus Victor Petrino. We got Anthony Smith going into enemy territory. Crazy how they do veterans of this country. True American. But yeah, fighting 11-0 Victor Petrino. Fourth, gonna be his 5th fight in the UFC. Has won each and every way by knockout, decision, and submission. Tough matchup here for Anthony Smith. I do think, I don't know, they both like to stand and bang. I don't know what Anthony's path here is. Maybe just grind out a W like he always does. But yeah,
That's literally the path I see for Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith here is he's gonna have to
just a
be a
little bit of
Lionheart,
everything.
just grind this one out, make it ugly and gritty in there. It's probably
Yeah.
gonna. He would need it to be like most of his fights where there's a couple weird moments, like a nut shot or a headbutt or some eye poke, and they stop the action for 5 minutes and they almost call the fight and then check the replay booth a bunch. Seems like that's always
Yeah.
happened in his fights.
Junk it
But
up for real.
yeah, facts. I'm all over Petrino here, can't lie. I just think at this point in Smith's career, we saw it in his last fight with Khalil Roundtree, where Roundtree just kind of overpowered him and Smith looked old in there. And I feel like Petrino's going to do that, but maybe even worse.
Yeah, so now that we get to those final 3, I'm gonna bet on Anthony Smith, Ior Poderia, and Paul Craig. I just think one of them has to win. One of them's gonna win, and if one of them wins, they're all around the plus 400 mark. So if one of them wins, you come up. You just need one to win. If 2 wins, great, but you just need to go 1 and 2. So hopefully on that, I think the most likely one is Paul Craig or Anthony Smith. So we're really banking on those 2. Hopefully Paul Craig gets it done so we can watch the other 2 with some little bit of house money. But yeah, that's the only bet I like on this card so far.
Come on, I like that too. Like, I'm not super confident in any of them individually, but I wouldn't throw a 3-leg parlay on all of the favorites. I wouldn't feel good doing that either.
Exactly. Our co-main event, we have one of the greatest to ever do it, Jose Aldo, coming back and facing Jonathan Martinez. Never thought we'd see Aldo back. Big here. And I gotta say, when this line came out, when this fight was announced, I was all over Jonathan Martinez. You know me. I love fading an old guy, coming off a return, all that. This is my bag right here. This is minus 150, reasonable price. This is my go-to. This is how I make a living right here. I'm betting like on guys like Jonathan Martinez here. But I just didn't want to just lay it down chalk and not at least look into it. So I look into it. Aldo never really hit the cliff. He
Bro,
lost
that
to Peter
He
Yan.
fought Murat better than anyone else has
He
lately.
lost to Peter Yan in the 5th round. Almost took him the distance. Then he rolls off a win of Cheeto, which is a great win now looking at it. Peter Munoz, which is a great win. And Rob Font, which is a huge win now looking back at it. I know that was in 2021, but his last fight was Rob in 2022. Again, took him to decision, but I don't think he's getting enough credit here. He's going to be fighting at home. That's big. I guess he's getting credit because of the line here, but I wouldn't be opposed to, one of those 3 win, like I talked about previously, throwing a little bit of money on Aldo here.
Yeah, bro. Aldo is a freak too. How often is it when you see somebody older in their career go down a weight class?
Yeah.
People always go up, but he went down. And especially at those lighter classes where we always talk about how speed kills and you fall off that cliff once you hit 35. He could have went up. He said, nah, I'm going to go down. Screw it. Which is just crazy to me, but he's done well there. And I think this time off might have benefited him, just his body, his freshness, not sparring every day or every week. I don't know what his training schedule is, but I think we're going to see a fresh Jose Aldo out there. And then you look at how Jonathan Martinez has won most of his fights. It's by hurting people with leg kicks.
Yeah.
That is Jose Aldo's bag right there. So I think it's going to be a leg kicking battle. Checking, kick. I think it's just going to be a sweet kickboxing fight or more Muay Thai maybe.
Yeah, I think Jose definitely has a chance to get it done. I was shocked at first to see the line, but then again, I looked into it. I could see Jose pulling out one last magic out.
Oh, the King of Rio, come on, he can't lose there. That's the one that I want to see the Brazilian fans happy for. Not for the fans, just for Jose Aldo. I really want him to get a win here.
Yeah, I agree. Now we get to our main event of the evening, the flyweight title. Alexander Many Men Pantoja versus Steven Urseg. One of the weirdest, we were talking about before we got on the air, one of the weirdest kind of surprising, shocking matchups we've seen in a minute. Not many people know who Steve Urseg is. One of the weirdest I've seen. There's always random matchups just like from guys that are like big names though. But I think this is the first time we've seen a random like title fight for a guy who's not necessarily a big name.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Literally had one knockout at flyweight and they said, screw it, you get the title shot.
Yeah. It's weird. You think they were just needed someone to fight?
I don't know, because Muhammad Mokaev and Urseg fought on the same card. And I think they would have chose Mokaev or like logically.
There's got to be something to this that we're missing.
Yeah, it could be. I think the flyweight division though, Pantoja's ran through that division. And I remember a while ago when this fight first got announced, I had an opinion that Urseg is an entertaining fighter. He likes to strike. And Mokaev is the absolute opposite of that. And so is what's the guy's name who beat Kai Kara France? I'm blanking on it. No, that's terrible. Amir Albazi.
Yeah.
Amir Albazi and Mokaev are not guys that you want fighting for the title. And logically, they're probably the next 2 that are up. But I think Steve Urseg's a lot better, and I think he has a chance to build his name up. He can knock people out at flyweight, which is always a bonus because not everyone can down there. I think he's got action. I can't lie. I know we're big. Pantoja's been freaking making us money his last 2 or 3 fights. We've been riding the Pantoja train ever since we heard him walk out to Many Men. He was our guy.
Yeah.
But I might have to switch up on him here. I can't lie.
Yeah, it's weird. It definitely can be like one of these spots where you're like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't see that happening. Yeah, I'm kind of staying away. I think if it gets into like the 160s, 165, maybe I'll throw something on Pantoja, but I don't really like that number at 185. So I'll stay away. Hopefully more money comes in on Urseg so I can get Pantoja. But yeah, I don't know where I lean here. If I had to bet, it'd be Pantoja, but I don't like the line.
And yeah, like there's film on Urseg, but none against top guys.
Yeah.
So it's hard to know how he's going to be against a top level guy.
But also, like a guy coming in with nothing to lose is scary. We've seen it before. He's on the road, not supposed to be here. Like he's just going out there to fucking fight. Pantoja has all the pressure. He's fighting at home. He can't lose to this dude. Everyone's saying they don't know who he is. He literally, this is the most pressure he's had on a fight.
100%. Because International Fight Week, all the pressure was on Moreno, it felt like. Pantoja was kind of flying under the radar. And then on the Covington Masvidal card wasn't the main event, or I mean Covington Edwards, he wasn't the main event, and a lot of attention was going to other fights. But this one, all eyes are on him, like you said. And I think he's vulnerable on the feet, dude. After watching his last 2 fights back, there were moments where Royval and Moreno landed on him, and Pantoja kind of leaves himself open. And I think currently, right now, Steve Erceg is a crisper striker than Moreno or Royval. Sounds crazy, but we'll see if I'm right on Saturday.
Yeah.
You think Vegas? What's your thought about the odds though? Because usually I was thinking they would be Pantoja minus 300 just because Erceg's only had 3
I
fights.
personally think there's like a lot of sharp money on Erceg. That's the only reason it could be that. Because any degenerate money is on Pantoja. The only reason the lines move is the lines set are from sharp money. So all these lines that you're seeing, they're created and they're moved by sharps. We're not going in there and moving the line. So this tells me a lot of money coming on Erceg.
I like that. And I've had people commenting in our YouTube, Instagram saying, I think Erceg's got a shot. And I haven't really seen that many people saying Pantoja.
Yeah, but here's also my thing on that. Do you think he has a shot, or are you going to bet on it? Because I can come out here and say everybody has a shot, and it's like, oh, fuck, Erceg, he wasn't supposed to win. I don't give a fuck. But, like, you can just say it, and if it happens, oh, I told you guys. No one knew who he was. I picked it. Like, I'm just saying. Anyone can say that.
I'm going to bet on Steve Erceg. I'll say that on the podcast right now.
But, like, I mean, it comes to a certain point in your life where you can't just say things. You're going to are you going to put money on it, or are you just going to say it? I can say a lot of things.
Facts.
I can say a lot of things. That money is the real. That money speaks loudly.
Mm-hmm. Put your money where your mouth is, the oldest saying in the book. I just think Erceg's better on the feet. I think he has a great chance to clip him. I think Pantoja also has a great chance of just backpacking him and submitting him or riding it out for the rest of the round and doing that 5 times. But let's ride. Steve Erceg left hook knockout. That's my prediction.
Right. I'm with it.
You got any other bets for this weekend?
I don't. 299 300 took a lot out of the bankroll. So we're gonna play it safe. Load back up here for 302. Get ready for the Connor card. So we'll lock back in on that. But just that one that I said, I think I'm gonna bet the first 3 underdogs of the night on the main card, and then hopefully one of them wins.
Yeah,
and then watch for the Pantoja line movement.
If it goes up to 160, you might step on Erceg. If it goes down a little bit, you might hit Pantoja.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what the odds are for Steve Erceg by KO. Let's see if my freaking phone would load.
Connor and Chandler, pick them.
I'm picking Connor. Too slicey. Been saying that the whole time. Way too slicey for him.
Yeah.
I just think Chandler's so reckless, and we've seen Connor do very well against that style.
Yeah. I think, and this is also like the first fight he's had in a while, where the opponent's gonna like take the bait and fight his style he wants to fight. Poirier was too disciplined.
Yep. Yeah, if you look at the last guys he's fought, they might all have been better than Michael Chandler. And I think Chandler could be very good if he fought smarter, but we haven't seen it happen in the UFC yet, so I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jeez. My phone really is not helping me out right now, but we almost have Steve Erceg by knockout odds. Steve Erceg plus 400 by KO, TKO. I like that. Or if you're on Pantoja by sub for plus 300, that's active, I would say.
Yeah. I'd probably like a Pantoja by decision or Erceg by knockout.
Go Pantoja by decision for plus 230.
Like that.
So if you did Pantoja, do you think it's stupid to bet, say you bet $20 on Pantoja by decision and $20 by Erceg by knockout? So it's plus money.
Not in this case, no, because you would still come out if one of those happens. That's why I'm betting on all 3 of those underdogs. I don't think all 3 of them are going to win. I'm betting that one does.
I might do that for this fight. Screw that. I'm all Erceg, baby.
Yeah.
And any NBA playoff bets that stick out to you or futures for the next series that we got?
I think the Knicks ended tonight.
In Philly. Okay. Dude, that Tyrese
In Philly.
Maxey.
Take it back. Go back home to the Garden, baby.
Garden gave me chills last game. That was a great one to watch.
It's a great series, bro. Two great franchises, two great fan bases, two great teams, great series.
Same with Clippers Mavs. The games haven't been as close, but it's still been a good series to watch.
What's your take on your Lakers?
Same as always. Suck. We should have just kept I mean, obviously, but I think if we would have kept Dwight and JaVale or just gotten some other players like that and let AD play the 4, that's our bag.
Yeah.
Jokic had nothing to offer us. Murray was out that series in the bubble, but when we had Dwight and JaVale rotating the whole game on Jokic and then AD at the 4 to help, come on. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah.
Maybe we get Trae Young?
Nah, you don't want that.
No.
Makes you worse defensively.
You're already bad. I want Melo dip. Bro, I think you need Melo dip. Bro, I know Melo dip would never fit there, but imagine Melo on the Spurs. I think him and Wemby win like 6 of them things.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. Both our franchises right now are not doing so well.
Yeah. You got a prediction for the winner this year?
Denver.
Oh, Minnesota matches up well with them.
Nah, nothing you can do with Jokic, bro.
Nah, Rudy and Cat ain't going to be able to throw bodies at him.
Nah, I don't know. Ant can win you a game or two, though, by himself.
Yeah. Dude.
Who does the winner? So the winner of Clippers Mavs plays OKC?
Yeah.
That'll be a good series, too, whoever it is.
Yeah, I do not like OKC one bit, bro. I don't know why, but I don't like Chet. Never have.
No, you gotta learn. They have to learn how to win, brother. It's not their turn yet. Everyone gets their turn. Everyone has to go through the ringer first. You don't just come in and win it. Everyone has to learn how to win.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want Minnesota or OKC to win. I'd be so hot if that happened.
Yeah, so it'll be Denver and it's Denver, Minnesota, and Clippers, Mavs, or versus OKC. That's good.
It's elite. What about the East? Boston just gonna run through?
Yeah, I think so. I think the only ones that can give maybe Boston a game is probably New York. I don't know what the Bucks though, bro. If they get healthy, they're down right now. They might lose today, but yeah.
Dude, how sick is that how sickening is that for Milwaukee that you go out and get Dame, have Giannis?
Dog.
That's karma. Yeah, that was so stupid, bro.
Yeah, that was fucking idiot.
Ever since they got rid of Bud, it's all been downhill. Or what is his name? Budenholzer?
Yeah, Mike Budenholzer.
Yeah. He got screwed over in that. That might be the worst one I've seen. Him or Dwayne Casey.
Yeah.
But the Dwayne Casey one worked because they won the next year with Nick Nurse, the Raptors.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, I want to see Celtics Nuggets in the finals just because I feel like that would be a great series.
Yeah, that would be really good. Yeah, interesting to see, dude. I think so you don't think OKC gets out of the next round no matter what?
No, I think they're good. I just hate them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a bad guy for me. They're a villain. I think they match up well with Dallas. Throw Dort on Luka. No one really to guard Shea.
The thing is, though, I don't trust OKC to win a big series, and I don't trust the Mavs or Clippers to win a big series.
That's true. Almost trust Minnesota more just because Ant's that guy.
The Thunder's best path is Minnesota beats Denver.
Yeah, the two young teams battle it out. I'll be so pissed if it's Minnesota and freaking OKC in the West.
Yeah.
We've really been seeing our legends get taken out this year. I've seen stuff like 2010s is over.
Yeah, bro, it's young guys, bro. Shea, Anthony Edwards, Tatum, Brown, Halliburton.
Yep. Bro, you think the Grizzlies are going to be back in the mix next year with Ja, or you think Ja's not going to come back the same?
I don't know, bro. Who knows?
I admit, Ja is one of my favorite players to watch, though. I'm scared.
The Warriors-Grizzlies series was iconic, for real. Special series.
that was special. Same with the
Oh,
Grizzlies Lakers.
yeah,
That
I
one
was
year
talking
too.
my shit for real.
Dylan
I
Brooks
miss
is
being
great.
I miss being able to talk shit when I just knew the Warriors were gonna win. That shit's so fun when your team's good.
Oh man, like when KD was there, you could say whatever you
Yeah.
wanted.
Even when that, bro, my best one is when we won without KD when we beat Boston. I was
Mm.
fucking talking shit. I was talking shit because we sucked for like 2 years before that. So
Yeah.
then we won it,
Oh
and we
yeah.
won without KD, and Steph got one without KD. I was like, bro, you can't talk to me no more. That was it. After that, bro, I didn't care what we did for real. After that, I didn't care that we sucked. I needed to get that one. Once I got that one, I was good. I'm cemented.
That sealed the
Legacy
legacy.
cemented. Steph's legacy cemented. No one can ever argue that he didn't win without KD or vice versa. Like we know we won. We won without KD, with KD, without KD. So like, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm. Let's see Steph go to San Antonio. Maybe we both hop on the Spurs train.
That championship puts cemented Steph on my Mount Rushmore, guaranteed.
Yeah, he's so goated. Makes me sad that he's 36. I was looking at all their ages. Shit made me sad.
They know, like, no bullshit. They fucking suck. Clay fucking sucks. Steph's terrible. Dre so shit's sad to watch, bro. For real. You never think like,
Draymond was kind of hooping.
bro. You never think like when you're young, like you'll ever see these guys get old.
Yeah, that shit. It's fucking brutal. Same with Volk.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like you never think that, bro. Because when you're young, but like even when you're young, they're still like old to you. So like you don't really think about it. But like now, it's like you're older. You're like, damn, those dudes really got old. Like Steph's old. Clay's
Yeah.
old.
Then there's Braun out there still playing like he's 25.
Yeah.
Feels nuts. All right. Got anything else before we get out of here?
I don't.
Me neither. Just gamble responsibly, everybody. I feel like everyone's kind of in the same boat as us, where it's like the calm after the storm right now. No one's trying to fire, nothing like crazy.
Yeah.
Shit, till you wake up
It
Saturday morning.
it was a big couple months, bro. We had the Masters. We had March Madness. It was a lot going on.
I feel a little drained, no cap.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Time to recover. Just bet on baseball every day. If any of you guys like to bet baseball, I've been fading the White Sox and the Marlins every day, and it's been pretty profitable.
I'm following someone on TikTok who's fading the Dodgers every game because they're such big favorites.
Yeah, probably been all right so far. So I think they're like 17-11 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's just, you got to feel stupid when they rattle off 6 in the first inning.
Yeah. Fuck that.
All right, then. I'll talk to you next week. We'll be back St. Louis next week, and I'm actually more excited for UFC St. Louis than I am for the pay-per-view this week. And not gonna lie, Joaquin Buckley, his call out worked. He's the main event now instead of Derek Lewis. I think they're both happy about that. D-Lou gets to go 3 rounds.
Yeah.
All right. Doses.